Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today we're talking about how to be successful in marriage. We're going to look at how to avoid the pitfalls that really destroy a lot of marriages. The statistics today is that 1 out of every 2 marriages fail. That's a high statistic, and it's the same for both Christian marriages and non-Christian marriages. That's really, really bad. And then also, of the 50% that stay married, at least 50% of that 50% are people who are staying in the marriage unhappily. They're in what we call marriages of convenience. And the thing here is that people find their way into this situation without knowing. In a nutshell, this is what happens. People look for offense. And I'll tell you this, if you look for offense, you will find offense. They find the offense and they take offense. Now, I like the language. It says take offense, which means that it's something you either take or you don't. So advice is don't take offense. It's a choice. So people take offense and then they don't let it go. Now, if offenses are not dealt with, if issues are not dealt with, spoken about, resolved, put away, let go, they become baggage. And when baggage accumulates, it becomes a mountain. So it's invisible, you can't see it, but there's a huge mountain in a home with each partner or spouse on either side. And because of this invisible huge mountain that's in there, they're disconnected. That's how come you see people who, they started off nicely and everything, and then they've kept malice, they've quarreled, no intimacy, there's no communication, there's no sex, nothing is going on. They haven't addressed the issues, and these things have just accumulated, and today they're just roommates. And this is something that happens slowly, but it happens definitely. So while you're in a marriage, you've got to understand that you can't afford to keep offense. In fact, you should actually intentionally not take offense. Love is intentional, and success in marriage is about the level of your intentionality, which means I'm not operating on my emotions. I know I shouldn't take offense, and I don't take it when it comes. The thing here is this: you can't live the rest of your life with a person who never offends you, who never pisses you off. Not because they woke up wanting to piss you off, but they do. It's a mistake. Know this, and I said this before, that an offense that comes from a heart of love is not an offense. It means that that morning when they woke up, they love you, they did not plan that they would piss you off. But right now, they've made a mistake. They've done something wrong, and it's offended you. So you've got to understand that you can't take that offense and then build it in your mind, and then you say, how could they do this to me? Just get into a pity party and just expand and just blow up the whole thing. You can't afford to do that. Every single time that there's an offense, don't take it, talk about it, get over it, and get moving. What happens is this: if you continue to keep the offense, it becomes baggage, it cuts you off, you become roommates. There are 2 of you in a house, there's no love, there's no intimacy, you're being polite, maybe you're just roommates living under the same roof. And guess what? Most times it's because one party can't afford to move out, so you're roommates, even though you're married, maybe the kids. Do you know how many people are living together today just because of the kids? Do you know how many women are living together with their husbands today only because of the kids? Do you realize how many women, if you gave them enough money today, like $1 million today, they'd leave their husbands today? Seriously, I am not kidding. I wish we had the money to actually do this experiment. If you take 20 women randomly chosen and you give them $1 million each, I can tell you that most likely half of them will leave their husbands immediately because they can now afford to go. Do not get yourself into what we call a marriage of convenience, where you're just there because you can't afford to leave, you're there for the children, you're there because what will people say, you're there because you have nowhere to move to, and just for many different reasons. You should be in there because you love being there, and that's your home.